When is it overkill and too much?
This is not just a present-day thing. This is a three-part of his whole life. They're going to go back to his childhood, his relationship with his biological father. He's going to talk about a suicide attempt in his life that he's never talked about before.
Would I tune in and watch like a truly unedited version of Deion Sanders post-coaching his son's coaching career? Yeah, I would watch that. I mean, I paid attention to his first speech that he had.
Yeah. I'm just way more interested in his past than his present, honestly. And there's, again, in that press release, there's details about his life I knew nothing about. That's going to be discussed. And he said, I was primetime, now I go by prime, and this is where I'm going to talk about Deion Sanders for the first time.
Deion Sanders announcing a new Netflix partnership with Primetime.
Guess what? I heard a rumor. I ain't one for rumors, but I heard a rumor. Primetime is going primetime on Netflix in 2026. Oh! Now give me my theme music.
And he'll get it. Netflix has everything, right? I was on it last night just scrolling through it. I mean,
it's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
The question is, when is it overkill and too much? In 2026 is the announcement. So they're filming now because they have all the footage. I assume this would include like a rollout of all of the draft.
Yeah, this is not just a present-day thing. This is a three-part of his whole life. They're going to go back to his childhood, his relationship with his biological father. He's going to talk about a suicide attempt in his life that he's never talked about before. There is a lot of info. This is a three-part, similar to Aaron Rodgers' Enigma. That was 3 parts. That's what this is going to be.
Is it similar to Untold?
No.
So
Untold are just one episode, like hour and 15 minutes.
But the
stories.
Manziel could have been something like this. You see what I'm saying? Like it could have been this, but they did it in one episode, and there's a lot more meat on the bone. This could end up being really great.
Yeah, I would say again, it's just like the Aaron Rodgers documentary Enigma that was on Netflix. That was 3 parts. This is 3 parts, and it's going to be about Deion Sanders' life, and it's going to take a lot of current footage of him as a coach as well. And I think anything right now that's Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, primetime, Colorado football is going to pique everyone's interest. I'm way more interested, though, when I see this announcement in everything in the past with Deion Sanders, quite frankly. I'm not as interested. We know everything that's going on at Colorado. He's in the spotlight every day. Everyone's talking about Coach Prime, his son Shador, his other son Travis Hunter, as he calls him, Shiloh Sanders. Yeah. We know all about that saga. I can't wait to go back to Deion Sanders in high school in Florida as a multi-sport athlete, Florida State as a star there, the Braves years to go along with the Falcons, his time in the NFL. That's what I'm most excited about with this documentary, and we're going to see it in 3 parts. I'm assuming each part's probably going to be an hour to an hour and a half long.
A different phase.
And Netflix has mastered this. It's not just sports. They did it with Arnold Schwarzenegger in 3 parts.
Yeah, that's right.
They did it with Sly Stallone in 3 parts. Now, the first part of the Schwarzenegger was Athlete, was the name of it, and it was all about bodybuilding. And then it was actor, and then it was politician in each part of his life. I think we're going to see something very similar with Prime.
Well, and this can be, I mean, in the different parts, you could have athlete, coach, and then you have Primetime, which is the brand. You know, you could do all 3. Shador had cameras rolling around with him during the draft process. And they were going to air this on, it's called Draft House, on the series for Overtime or something like that. That's also tailor-made for Netflix. You know, they're now an NFL partner, and what they're doing, I would presume, although I don't know if it's the best idea, I would presume that Shador's going to have cameras rolling with him with Cleveland, with the Browns. Would you guess that? I mean, he's had him his entire life. It's his brother. It's his brother's crew.
I don't know that the Browns are going to allow that at all times. And we know how strict the NFL is.
The NFL may do it for Netflix, though.
I just don't know that they're going to. If NFL Films is it's in conjunction with the Browns and NFL Films, and the NFL's making money off of it with Netflix, yeah, I could see it happening. It's not going to happen if it's just Deion and his son's production crew trying to follow him around. I'd also say that we have praised Shador Sanders for the reaction to his free fall to the 5th round.
Yeah.
Ever since it happened, I would criticize that move.
Well, he may already be doing it, though.
If he showed up with a film crew everywhere he went. He didn't do it in the rookie minicamp.
Well, he may not.
He showed
it
up.
may not be behind the walls, but anything he does outside of the practice facility, they may be following him around.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good move.
But they were following him around whenever he went to the kids' workout.
Yeah, and that was more.
But that's outside the facility, I'm saying.
That was more like 3 of his buddies and a cell phone, I think, just filming him walk in.
That was his crew. It was like 8 people that walked in.
There was a camera crew with him?
Yeah, I mean, that's his big, the camera that follows him around.
Again,
I don't think I think that's just who he is. I don't think it hurts his overall portrayal. I mean, I think he handled the draft process publicly fine. Like, I didn't get the sense, no one did, that there was a huge distraction behind the scenes with teams. But, he did roll up at the East-West Shrine game with the crew.
Well, he fell to the 5th round. So
No. I'm saying publicly. No one saw him falling to the 5th round.
Yeah.
And no one saw him following out. I mean, we know where Kuiper was, but no one saw him falling below the 40th overall prospect in the draft.
Yeah, I think that if you fall to the 5th round and the knock on you, fair or not, and if you look, he probably completely disagrees with all this, I'm sure.
I'm
but
sure.
He's handled it very well since. And I think to continue to handle that well, I don't know that I'd be showing up with a camera crew everywhere I went in Cleveland as the 5th round pick. If you're serious about, he was asked about Tom Brady's talking to him, and saying, hey, go play now. Reached out to him like, I was a pick below you, and you just go out and do it. And he said, I want to have Tom Brady's career. If you want to do that, I don't think the way to start is on camera.
Yeah, and look, see, he's got. So what is the context here where we're watching? Is this the draft? It's this film crew behind the scenes that rolls around with him. Is this when he's drafted? Yeah, so he's still, he's just been selected. But they've got everything rolling around him. So, I mean, I would presume this is the same way with Deion behind the walls at Colorado all the time. And Shiloh, by all accounts, Shiloh has showed up in Tampa and just went out and just worked. I don't know if there's a crew around him at all, but, same thing with Travis Hunter, for that matter. But
Can we show that photo one more time, please?
Shador's got the crew with him that rolls and it rolls with him and rolls footage all the time, just like Deion would.
Well, I want to give him credit for being the FDR of this draft and really creating jobs. I mean, he's got like 5 people holding cameras.
Yeah, man.
So he's a job generator. I got to respect that about him. And it's a tough economy out there. And if you can create jobs the way Shador Sanders is with that production crew.
No, that's his brother.
My hat's off to him.
That's Deion Sanders Jr.'s crew. Production.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think the white guy holding the camera I'm saying is his brother. So my point is that guy's
his
part
brother's
of the
company.
Yeah, but I'm saying that him and his brother's company, they're producing jobs.
When they have
I give them credit for doing that.
They have this and Deion. They're doing everything for Colorado. I mean, watch. I think Deion's going to end up viewing this as like a Omaha Productions type deal. How much say does he have on this? I'm sure he has final say on the Netflix deal. I wonder about like the behind the scenes final edit. Do you think they actually look through the final edit, or it's just they put it on his brother or Deion's son, Junior, I'm talking about, to edit everything? You think they spend time
on Netflix?
No. I'm saying just anything they do. Do you think they watch every bit of footage? That's the most time consuming part.
They have someone they trust, like the son, that probably edits it. I don't think. Man, I don't know how involved Coach Prime is in every detail of Colorado football, but I'd be shocked if he's sitting there combing through every bit of footage and giving the yay or nay on what's posted online. With that, I don't think he's spending that much time doing that.
I'll say the Deion side of this I'm into for the docuseries. Would I tune in and watch like a truly unedited version of Deion Sanders post-coaching his son's coaching career? Yeah. Like a weekly episodic deal for Colorado football. I would watch that. I mean, I paid attention to his first speech that he had.
Yeah. I'm just way more interested in his past than his present, honestly. I just feel like we've lived it and seen everything because of the camera crew you mentioned and everything else going on. I got no interest in something following Colorado football around every day because it's all reported on anyways. But I've got a lot of interest. Anything that looks back on these legendary figures like Deion Sanders, like Aaron Rodgers, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, that is where Netflix crushes it consistently. Their documentary films and docuseries that they have are top-notch throughout. I can't get enough of it. I'll definitely be watching this. And there's, again, in that press release, there's details about his life I knew nothing about. that's going to be discussed. And he said, I was primetime, now I go by prime, and this is where I'm going to talk about Deion Sanders for the first time. In my story, in my truth, this is my first time on camera to talk about things I've never talked about in my life.
Well, that's perfect for the 3 parts. Primetime, prime, and then Deion.
Probably already laid out. I bet he knows the episode titles already. Primetime, it would be Deion Sanders in 1.
Yep.
Primetime in 2 as a player, and then later life, Coach Prime. He said he's in the 3rd quarter of his life also, which I like that
I wonder what the
reference.
next name will be.
Just
Time.
Just Coach.
Just time.
Father. Father Time. Father Prime.
Father Prime.
Father Prime will be episode 4.
Pastor Prime. If you enjoy the show.
We'll have to wait 20 years from now, by the way, for episode 4
That'll be a while.
of that Deion Sanders Father Prime.
Yeah.
Episode 4 will drop sometime.
His grandkids will be having cameras cruise around.
2045, that'll drop on Netflix when all we can watch is Netflix at that point.
Papa Prime.
It'll be Netflix, Amazon, and Apple that will have every streaming service by then.
We'll have a downloaded app that we call Prime, and we'll have to watch it on that. We'll watch it on the app.
I'll probably be dead by then.
If you're enjoying the episode, while you're here, we hope you'll subscribe, comment, and then like the post here at the OutKick YouTube channel. Coming up, Chiefs fatigue. I haven't truly felt it until the most recent schedule announcement. I'll explain next.